you asked a little bit while ago, I have a direct sales business that will probably be the income to bring the financial freedom I desire. But my business I want to build is not that. Am I in the right place? Should I work on my existing business even though it's not prosperous at the moment? I'm just starting from scratch. So here's kind of what, and I think everyone here is in a very similar position. So you're not alone, Velma. But your question really is, how do you build your dream when you still need that paycheck to do something else? That's what Corporate Rescue Plan is all about, right? So I think it's really important to back up a little bit. And I was talking with Mary Ellen about this last week too. It's really important to back up and remember that yes, we do need a paycheck, right? We do need a way to make a living, and sometimes our businesses take a while to build up and grow through those 5 phases of entrepreneurship, right? To get you through those first 2 phases, the designer phase and the planner phase, that you're not hustling, right? You're not making sales there. You're really just designing the right business and figuring out how to get started. And that's totally fine. But I think it's important to know that it's okay if it goes slow. It's okay if you're not making an income with it tomorrow. It's okay if you can't quit a job with that business right now. And the webinar that I just did, I walked through like my whole history of when I started and how, I started with this blog that I was doing in the morning and at night and on weekends, but I was making like $100 a month. And that was not how I was going to able to make a living. So I think it's important to just evaluate right now your budget. So your budget, your expenses, like what do you need to live? Like what do you need to make? And be very, very clear on that, because sometimes and it's important because this is a Corporate Rescue Plan, I don't recommend just quitting all out and starting business. I really don't. I recommend having that cushion, having like that income coming in so that when you do make the leap, you have actually built your business up enough so that when you do make the leap, it's not like scary and risky. And so I totally understand. Like, I think it's just being okay with the fact that in a way you kind of have 2 different lives. And I know that's what it was like for me. I felt like I had 2 different lives when I had my day job and my business. And that's okay. And so it's really it's kind of back to the blinders. It's like really focusing on one or the other. When you're at your day job, you're focusing on your day job. When you're doing your business, you're focusing on your business and being okay with that. So I don't think that you're starting from scratch. So first of all, Velma, you're in the right place. You're definitely in the right place, and it's okay to be working on 2 different things. But I think it also is important to know what your future vision is. And that's why those vision journals were so important last week, is because when you know where you're headed, it's easier to make decisions right now. So when you know long term what you want your life to look like, it's easier to make decisions. It's easier to know what your priorities should be today on your business when you know where you want to go long term. So long term, I think you said you wanted to create some sort of courses and books for women, Velma. So I think it's important. Yes, you still have to keep that paycheck that's coming in, or it sounds like you have one business already. You still have to keep that financially filling you so that you can devote that time stress-free on building up that business on the side as well, and putting the plan in place to put together these books and these plans, and really to have that time in the designer phase and the planner phase. And then the side hustler phase, that's when it gets exciting, because then you can just start selling. You can start putting yourself out there and going for it. But it's all about, I think, in those beginning phases. So Velma, hopefully that helped you out.